Hi everyone, welcome back to Fearlessly Beautiful. So this is a continuation of my story time, and we're going to continue talking about my testimony. This is the third video. In the first video, I talked about the type of cancer I had and my surgery. In the second video, I talked about um, the next surgery I had to have and wanting to commit suicide and overcoming depression. So today I'm going to go a little bit deeper in the next part of my story. So, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post videos. But I do post every Friday, usually in the morning. I did have a little bit of technical difficulty last week. I accidentally published the video as private, so I had to edit it and post it as public. So it that's why like the link wasn't showing correctly. So I apologize about that. But okay, so let's get into it. So the surgery, like I said, that surgery did work last week. Not last week, when I had that surgery in middle school, it did work. And so I was able to go back to school, and I still was able to excel during my sixth grade year, and was able to overcome those challenges. My vision did kind of begin to change because I remember having to not being able to see like my lock, the numbers on my lock. You know how you had lockers in middle school, and I wasn't able to see the numbers to lock it. So I remember my principal getting me a lock that had a what's it called, a remote to it, and I think you pressed the button and then it like unlocked or whatever. So I do remember that, but as far as like my other classes and stuff, I was still able to see pretty well to do my own work. And then that summer, something else happened. So I was outside. I came back in. I remember seeing like a lot of black dots, and I went back inside and I was trying to read like the remote, and I couldn't see, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. And I remember trying to read something else, and I still wasn't able to see it. And I was just like, what is going on? And I joke around like I was always playing and stuff with my family. So I remember telling my mom that like I couldn't see, and she was like, stop playing. Like I told my brother, I was like, I can't see, and he was like, stop playing. And I was like, oh no, like I'm not playing. So they literally like did not believe me until like a few weeks later. Like I was trying to do my schoolwork and I couldn't see, and I literally couldn't see to read books or text or anything, and I could no longer see like street signs. I couldn't see like stuff in the store that I was usually able to see. I could no longer see it. And I was like, what is going on? And so we were going to doctors, and they said it was a side effect of, I guess, the type of cancer that I had, and saying that you could like lose some of your vision gradually or over time. And so I remember having to go to different doctors and trying to figure out what to do to be able to see the board and do my schoolwork, because my grades dropped from like A's to L's because I wasn't able to see to do the work. The teachers didn't understand, they had never experienced this before. I was the first visually impaired student at my school, and I remember going to Charleston, and we found like this magnifier thing, but we wasn't able to afford it, in the school like didn't purchase it or whatever. And so I remember this lady asking me that I want to go to the school for a different blind, and at that time I was desperate because I was like, I don't know what else to do. I really loved school. I hated making bad grades because I was really smart, and I was, really serious about my education, and it was important to me. And so at that point, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And so we went to tour it, and it was down in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And so I toured the school and everything. I met some of the students that were there, went to the dorms and stuff. And I was just like, so what do you think? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess I do it. But it didn't register to me at that time that I was going to have to stay throughout the week. And so we signed up for it ever, and my school, my friends and some of my cousins that were there, I remember they really didn't want me to leave, and they was like crying. I was like, "We can help you. Like, you're not blind." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I can't do my work," and I couldn't take, not passing my classes and stuff. And teachers weren't gonna just let my cousins help me with my work all the time, especially if it was a test or whatever. So I remember leaving and being sad from leaving, but at the same time being excited because I was going to be able to gain some of my independence back. And so I remember my parents and my family taking me to Spartanburg and dropping me off. Well, not dropping me off, but taking me down there that Sunday. And I had like all my clothes and stuff. And I looked at them when they was leaving, like, where y'all going? It didn't register until then that I was gonna have to stay during the week. And I was like, oh my God, like I was not prepared because I'm like really attached to my family. And just having to like leave was hard. It was almost like I had to grow up quicker because I was away from home or whatever. So I did good, the first couple of days, Monday, Tuesday, make friends, talk to people. But then by Wednesday, I was like, I'm ready to go home. And so I kind of started crying or whatever, and they let me call home. Then it was like, you only get one phone call a week. I was like, bro, is this prison or what? Like, I can't take this. So I taught mommy to give me a cell phone, so that's how I was able to get my first cell phone. Because like one phone call a week, that wasn't gonna work for me. And so I got my cell phone and I was able to come back the next week, and that helped being able to call and text like friends and family whenever I wanted to, and not having to only use the phone once a week for like 5 minutes. And so I adjusted. I did kind of have to relearn how to learn because I used to be more of a visual learner, and now I has to become more of an auditory learner, which that was difficult within itself. And so I remember going to the bond school for 2 weeks. They had two different programs called, one was a mainstream program and one was like where you stayed at the school. And at that time, you were only getting like a certificate. And so I remember being put into the mainstream program where I went to a public school every day. And then the bond school had a bus to bring us back to like the dorms or whatever. And so I excelled, and I was able to use like magnifiers to be able to read and write again. Of course, it was different because it wasn't like what I was used to, but I was thankful to still be able to have some vision to see to do that. And then I realized that I was blessed to still be able to see because there were other students that couldn't see like at all. And so I started helping other students and helping them get to places and helping them do different things. And so that kind of helped me cope with what I was going through. And so like I said, my grades came back up. I was in a writing club. I was in Beta Club. I was the vice president of Beta Club. I was in the chorus. So I was like really involved at the school again. And I made like a lot of friends and stuff. And at that time we were able to go out from the blind school. They would take us like to the mall to shop, and they would take us to the fair and to the parade during like Christmas time and other things like that. And sometimes like my family would come and get me early on the weekend, so I wouldn't have to ride the bus. So yeah, the adjustment went pretty well. And like I said, I was on Beta Club. Well, in Beta Club, I was vice president of Beta Club. I had an essay published and a poem published in a book. And um, my teachers down there were really good because they understood, like that there were other students and like we needed accommodations. And we also had like a resource room where we could go, and there was somebody from the blind school there to help us, like if we needed something read to us or something blown up or like whatever we needed help with, or if we just needed to do our work in there instead of having to do it in the classroom with other students and carry different magnifiers and stuff to those classrooms. And some students were actually nicer too and willing to help as well. So that's what I'm going to stop for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for part 4. So have a great weekend, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.